Oh, just hello everybody. Good morning to Asia.
Good morning.
Good evening to Western. Okay, we continue to teaching on Heart Sutra. Before we continue our teaching on Heart Sutra, in order to bring down the mind, mental state, calm and receptible for receiving the teaching, let us do the mindfulness meditation, mindfulness of the breathing meditation. So, as I mentioned before, to do the meditation, keep your body and head straight. And then you take a deep breath. And let yourself fully relax, physically, mentally, emotionally. And gently focus your mind on the sensation of the breathing through a nostril, breathing in, breathing out. You fully watch every movement of the breathing in and breathing out. Okay. So we continue teaching on Heart Sutra. The very essence of the Buddhist teaching is knowing the truth or the reality. By knowing reality, knowing the truth, then you will be awakened. So it's the other way of awakening oneself other than realizing the truth or the reality? No. So the reality or the truth it begins with the realizing the truth or the reality of oneself. So the truth or the reality of the oneself refers to the ultimate nature of yourself, the ultimate nature of the mind. So in order to realize the ultimate nature of the mind, we need to rely on a instruction of Buddha, who experienced the reality and then explained it to us, transmitted to us. So which instruction explains that truth or the reality is the Perfection Wisdom Sutra, like Heart Sutra. So in the Heart Sutra, it very clearly, to the point, in a very simple yet in a very profound way, it explains that truth. That truth refers to the emptiness. As we say, it is the highest and the deepest nature of us. There's no higher than emptiness. There's no deeper than emptiness. When you go within yourself, that's the final destination. You cannot go beyond this. So that emptiness, Buddha explained in a very skillful way as a Heart Sutra. It is the question raised by Avalokiteshvara Shariputra. Say, put in a simple way, how do I understand and practice emptiness? And then Avalokiteshvara answered to Shariputra saying that, okay, if you want to practice, understand and practice the emptiness, first you need to understand the emptiness of your body. First gate, first thing that you need to be mindful, the form, the four profundity. Form is emptiness, emptiness is form, form is no other than emptiness, emptiness is no other than form. So with this, we understand our body very well. With this, we meditate on the four profundities of the body. After that, then the Avalokiteshvara continued the answer, saying that in the same way, feeling, perception, mental formation, and consciousness are empty. In the Heart Sutra. So, after knowing look carefully, deeply within the body of the body, you realize the ultimate nature of your body and the conditional nature of your body, you understand. And understand they are not separate, they are one in nature, but they perform in a different function. Nevertheless, they are same. And then Avalokiteshvara said, feel five, also rest of the four aggregate are same, empty, feeling. Meaning that then you, after meditation on the emptiness of the body, the next you move to the little bit deeper, the emptiness of the feeling. So when you go to the feeling we have that we experience in our day-to-day life very much. We have this feeling or pleasant feeling when you come to contact with a pleasant object. And you have unpleasant feeling when you come to contact with the unpleasant object. And you have the neutral feeling that neither pleasant nor unpleasant. You know, when you come to contact with a stranger, you don't have any feeling. So Buddha says, oh, this feeling are empty like a form. So you can meditate like form before. Feeling is emptiness. Emptiness is feeling. Emptiness is no other than feeling. Feeling is no other than emptiness. You can meditate like this. Then when you know this, you know your feeling very well. When you know your feeling very well, then you will be no longer controlled by feeling. You will no longer be bound by feeling. One will no longer be clouded by your feeling. But you feel, of course you feel, but you won't identify yourself with the feeling. So then you are not working for feeling, feeling working for you. You see? You are not feeling, feeling will not give you the headache, huh? Feeling will not work against you. As I said, feeling will work for you. You had the upper hand on feeling, not the feeling had the upper hand on you. Oh. So then, after meditating on feeling like this, then you next you move to the perception. You know, a little bit deeper. Go further. Go to the source of the feeling. That is aggregate of perception, the third aggregate. So again, you meditate on the perception in order to know perception thoroughly. So there again same. Know the emptiness. Meditate on the emptiness. Perception is empty. Emptiness is perception. Perception is no other than emptiness. Emptiness is no other than perception. Just like how did you meditate on the form, huh? For profundity. Here on the perception, same. With this, you will understand the whole picture of the perception. Then your perception, as a result, your perception will be valid perception. Meaning that you have a right view. When you have right view, then you make no mistake. See things very clear, crystal clear. Not only the appearance level, huh? Because you are wearing you are having a wisdom eye. That you will manage to go beyond the appearance. Huh? At that time, the true transformation happened. At that time, you achieve the magic formula. Now, wherever you look, you only see the reality. So that's the meditation on the fourth aggregate, perception. third. Then from this we go a little bit deeper. Mental formation, the same. After that, we go to the so in this way, that they all are empty. That's why in the Heart Sutra it says, in the same way, the feeling, perception, mental formation, and consciousness are empty. They all are empty. Meaning that 5 aggregate empty means that 5 aggregate is the one that made up of I or self or me. Very constituents of me, I. So the very base of me, they all are empty. There's nothing to hold on, clinging. So the base of yourself is empty of inherent existence. And that means that I or me or self is also empty. Devoid or intrinsic nature. Absence of substances, there is no substance. No real I or self, you see. After that, then Heart Sutra continues, Avalokiteshvara continues to answer to the Shariputra, saying that, you say, look at the Heart Sutra. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are merely empty, having no characteristics. They are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. So this answer by Avalokiteshvara, or the statement by Avalokiteshvara, reveals it's called the 8 profundities. 8 profundities. The first profundity is a profundity of the nature of the phenomena. Second profundity is the profundity of the characteristics of the phenomena. Third one, profundity, is the profundity of the production of phenomena. Fourth one is profundity of the cessation of phenomena. Cessation. The fifth is the profundity of the defilement of phenomena. The sixth is the profundity of the separation from the defilement phenomena. The seventh one is profundity of the decrease phenomena. 8 is the profundity of the increasing phenomena. Increased phenomena. So this is the 8 profundity that are revealed by the statement or the answer by Avalokiteshvara that just now I have recited. So we go to the first one. Shariputra says, likewise, all the phenomena are empty by nature. That shows the first profundity of the nature of phenomena. What does that mean? That means that, okay, for now you know that your aggregate, 5 aggregate, form, feeling, perception, mental formation, consciousness. That is the base of I or me or self. That's empty. So the I or me also empty. So there is nothing to hold on to, clinging to. And they all are empty. So then, one might wonder, okay, through this force of meditation on these 4 profundities or 5 aggregate, you know you are empty of inherent existence. Then you might wonder, okay, how about other phenomena other than my 5 aggregate and myself? How about the other phenomena by nature? The Buddha says, not only your aggregate, yourself, and also all the other phenomena in nature are empty. Of inherent existence, devoid of intrinsic nature. They are empty of their own nature, meaning that samsara and things in samsara are empty. And that also the nirvana they were trying to realize is also empty by its nature. And also the path from the samsara to nirvana itself is also devoid of intrinsic nature. So Buddha trying to make sure there's no any phenomena in existence that exists from its own side. So you don't stuck with anything, huh? You don't hold on even to Buddha. Buddha said, don't hold on nirvana, even don't hold on to Buddha. Buddha is also empty of inherent existence. So in this way, you will be free from all the existence, huh? So you can travel everywhere, huh? Anytime. Oh. So you're also not stuck in nirvana, huh? So that's what I would say. First, all phenomena are merely empty by its nature. So that's the profundity of the nature of phenomena. Okay. Then when you say all phenomena are empty by its nature, then you say, how about its characteristics? Characteristics of the phenomena. Okay. With this, we came to understand that phenomena are empty by its nature, all phenomena. And how about its characteristics? I know the Jenny's, all 5 aggregates are empty. Jenny is empty. And how about her characteristics, like her beautiful voice, huh? When she sings the song, huh? Beautiful voice. Yeah, beautiful. That is her characteristics, right? Here, say there's no characteristic, doesn't mean that phenomena has no any characteristics at all. Rather, it means that there's no inherent existence of characteristics. You have to try to distinguish between the characteristics of the phenomena and the inherent existence of the characteristics. Characteristics of the phenomena does have characteristics. You see, characteristic of phenomena means the feature of the particular phenomena that allow us to distinguish itself from the other phenomena. You know, for example, Jenny has many distinctive features that allow us to distinguish Jenny from the rest of the other people. When we see the Jenny, how you recognize Jenny as a Jenny? Because you see the distinctive feature or the characteristics of the Jenny. Her face, her size, her voice, her eyes and ears, you know, distinct feature. If we don't know the distinctive feature of the Jenny, then you will be confused Jenny with other people. So Jenny does have a characteristics. But the characteristics of the Jenny is not inherent characteristics, existence of the Jenny. You understand? So that's why it means there's no characteristics. In this way, you not only understand the ultimate nature of the Jenny, her nature, but her characteristics, like all the characteristics of the Jenny are empty or inherent existence. So, even she have a beautiful voice, sing the song you like so much, the beautiful characteristics, but still you enjoy it, but you don't attach it. You see, you enjoy, but that does not mean that you should not enjoy. You enjoy it, but don't you hold on to it. This is a very wise way of approaching. Buddha never ever deny things that exist. Never ever telling us not to enjoy. Buddha telling us enjoy in a very skillful way, in a very wise way. You enjoy it, but you don't get hurt by it at the moment or in the future. You see. Not only that, you enjoy fully. So the characteristics. After the characteristics, there's the second profundity of the characteristics of phenomena. Then we move to the third one. The Avalokiteshvara says there's no production. The profundity of the production of phenomena. There's no production. Meaning that, for example, Jenny. Of course, when the Buddha said no production, does not mean that phenomena, all things are not produced. Of course, all the things are produced. Rather, Buddha is saying that all the produced are not inherent existence of produced. This produced is not inherent existent. All things are produced. You see, today's Jenny is the production of yesterday's Jenny, right? All things are produced. All things are produced by its cause. So today's Jenny is produced by yesterday's Jenny. So yesterday's, the day before yesterday, you trace up last year's Jenny, all the way to the father and mother's semen and ovum produced, right? One cause produced the result, cause ceased. Cause has to cease in order to have a result. Just like, seed. In order to seed produce the sprout. When the seed produces the sprout, the seed disappears. So the yesterday's Jenny has to be seized. Without yesterday's Jenny seized, today's Jenny won't exist. Likewise, all the things are same. They're all produced by cause. And when the cause ceased, then result came into being. But the cause where it produced the result, nevertheless, cause did not produce the result in an inherent existent way, in an intrinsic nature. Even though cause produced the result, but the cause did not produce the result on its own accord, on its own nature. Cause dependent on many conditions, then produce the result. Cause cannot produce the result independently. That's what the third profundity means. There's no production. Means there's no inherent production. That is the third meaning of the profundity. Profundity of the production of phenomena. After that, then we move to the next, the fourth profundity, profundity of the cessation of the phenomena. Meaning that, you see, when, as I explained before, cessation, the Buddha says no cessation, no cessation. No cessation does not mean that no cessation at all. Rather means that there is no inherent existence of cessation. So the cessation, there are two levels of cessation. All phenomena have cessation. All things have cessation, cease. The gross one and subtle level. Gross level, when the house break down, or glass break down, or the light extinguished. That's a gross cessation. We all know, everybody can see it. Those who has physical eyesight has no problem, all can see it, right? This. But there's a subtle cessation. The subtle cessation of the things that normal physical eye cannot see. That is the, you see, the present Jenny, the present Jenny, is the result of previous movement of Jenny, right? So the previous movement of the Jenny ceased, it gives rise to the present movement of Jenny. The yesterday's Jenny give rise to the today's Jenny. When today's Jenny arose, came into being, yesterday's Jenny ceased. Meaning that yesterday's Jenny who go to bed reading the books is not the same today's Jenny who came to contact in her office. Different. Completely different. So when you understand this, the subtle changes, the subtle changes that goes underway, and very helpful for us to deal with the delusion, deal with the afflictive emotion, knowing that the Jenny today you came to meet is not the Jenny, yesterday Jenny who criticized you, humanly hurt you, not the same. Today's Jenny you came to know is new and fresh. You see, her body changed, her mind changed. So herself is completely new. Her body is new, her mind is new, herself is new. So there is no point of feeling revenge towards other people. One that you try to revenge a completely new person. It's not the same that someone that hurt you before. No. Someone that hurt you before is already dead, already ceased. So when you know this, then it also gives you a great insight into you. Know you well. You don't find it guilty. Because you see, yesterday, one who made a mistake, who committed some kind of crime, it's not today's you who created, no. It's completely one that is ceased, no more exists. But that doesn't mean that you don't acknowledge, okay, your mistake. Of course, you acknowledge your mistake. Because even though two different persons, but share the same mental continuum is the same. Share the same physical continuum. But not the same person, okay? If you know this, you're easy to forgive and forget. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Even you can, normally people find it's very difficult to forgive and forget other people, let alone difficult to forgive and forget oneself. If you know this, the subtle nature of the cessation, then you will be free from guilt and free from resentful. You find that you are always new and fresh. And other people too. When you know this, you already said bye-bye, ciao ciao, too boring, huh? No more boring. Because you are the same every day. When you wake up in the morning, you are new and fresh. And your house, the people around you, they're all new. With new body, new mind, new spirit, new person. A new day, huh? Oh, so this there's a cessation, right? But Avalokiteshvara say no production, no cessation. no even though there's a cessation, Avalokiteshvara, why it says no cessation. Even though there's a cessation, Avalokiteshvara, no cessation means that there's a cessation, but that cessation is not inherent existence of cessation. That means that once something ceased in your life, you don't need to get hurt. You can easily let go of it because that is not inherent existence of cessation. When you see this, you will see that there's no point of holding on to. Very easy to move forward without looking back. You don't see the past. You don't dig into the past. Because whatever ceased in the past is not inherent existence of cessation. So you see, in this way, Buddha giving us the wisdom, saying that make sure there's nothing is free from emptiness. All are empty of inherent existence. The scope of emptiness. After this, then we move to the fifth profundity. The profundity of the what? There's no defilement of phenomena. The here says no defilement. Again here, no defilement. Here defilement means fault, or shortcoming, fault. No fault. Of course there's a fault. Buddha said no fault. Of course there's a fault. But Buddha said no defilement, no fault does not mean that there's no fault at all. Rather, saying that there's no inherent existence of fault. You have to be very insightful. It has to be very precise, Buddha's teaching. No fault means no inherent existence of fault. But conventionally, fault exists. Fault exists, namely, but no real fault exists. Of course, fault exists, but that fault is namely exists. So that's why we here in this teaching, Buddha saying that don't try to find the fault of other people. Here Buddha saying that if there is a fault, nominally fault means there's a fault, shortcoming of oneself. To know oneself has shortcoming and remove this. Buddha says, to know your shortcoming, you receive the blessing. with Tibetans saying that if you know you are ignorant, then you receive the empowerment, great empowerment. To know oneself is ignorant. To know oneself has a fault. That's the empowerment. Why? Because then you try to remove that fault, remove that shortcoming, and then you progress. You see, you're empowered. That's why you say, to knowing one's shortcoming is the receiving, the empowerment is the initiation. You see. Instead of finding the fault of other people, of course, you always will find a fault in other people. You always find. During the time of Buddha, Devadatta, Buddha's cousin, he always found fault in Buddha. You see, if you people who try to find the fault in other people, they spend time finding fault in other people. They never ever being able to improve themselves. They never get time to find fault into themselves and try to correct it. You check it around, you see it. The great Indian master Adisha says that don't find the fault in the other people. Rather, find the fault of yourself and remove it. Just like removing the poison from you. Don't talk about the qualities of yourself. Rather, appreciate and rever, honor the virtue of other people, just like a servant. In this way, one will be gain. One will be progress. You see. That is the wise person's way of leading the life. It's very to understand and practice this one are very powerful in controlling one's mind. You see, when you find the fault of other people, what happens? It disturbs your mind. And no any benefit at all. No any gain, only loss. You see. So this again 8 o'clock, we have not yet finished, I thought Heart Sutra is trying to bring us to the heart, To bring us to the heart is take long time. Anyway, I stop here. 1 hour already. Anyway, now the only 2 sessions left to finish Heart Sutra. Only 2 sessions. So in 2 sessions, we have to finish this Heart Sutra. So don't worry. Next 2 sessions are accelerate. Huh? My engine. Oh, yeah. So the so okay, today here, and you have any question?
Yes, thank you, Rinpoche. Gunnar, please, Gunnar.
Hi, Rinpoche. Thank you very much for your precious teachings. My question is about the cause and result.
Yes.
If the seed stops existing before sprout, then it cannot be the cause. If it stops existing after sprout appears, then the cause and result at the same time exists. So can you explain that cause and result relation a little bit more?
Okay. Oh, so your question is about the cause and result.
Yes, when the seed stops, when the sprout appears.
Yes. When the question between the seed and sprout. So when the seed is the cause of the result of sprout. But when the seed ceased, then the sprout come out. In that case, seed does not become the cause.
Yes.
If the seed remains the same, come together with the sprout, then they come together also does not become the cause because they come together.
Yes.
They exist simultaneously.
Yes.
So, okay. So this is very good question, huh? Very thoughtful question. So you see, seed, one thing very clear is the seed is definitely the cause of the sprout. Because it's not only the cause, it's the fundamental cause of the sprout. Without seed, we all know there will be no sprout. So seed definitely the fundamental cause of the sprout. Nevertheless, when seed produces the sprout, seed does not meet the sprout.
Mm-hmm.
Seed, the cause and result never meet. The, the very moment the seed ceases to exist is the very moment the sprout coming out. So that's why to bring the result, cause must be ceased. Seed ceased, but the element, the continuation of the seed is transmitted into the result. But that is not the cause of the seed. Huh? So the cause and the result never have the movement of simultaneously existent. But there is a continuation. So our normal perception, we see the two things are same. Cause and result same. Yesterday's journey and today's journey same. This is our misperception, misconceptualizing. That's why you think that you get confused. Why yesterday Jenny loved me so much, and today so? Today it looks like she has no chemistry. You get confused. But these two are completely two. Yesterday, Jenny is already ceased. So the Buddhist practitioners never get surprised. Things are never static. It's always changing. Always, constantly, even a movement is changing. Never stay, huh? When you have this kind of perception, it's really being able to, you never ever resistance to the reality. When you try to resist, we try to resist because you think this is the same. It has to be like this because it is like this before. So it has to be like this. So something changes, we can't accept. We have to resist. We have to fight. The idea of fighting comes into being because our society teaches us to fight. The very the things that you're fighting with is already ceased before. Actually, you are fighting with a fantasy. Fighting with the shadow, not the really ceased. You see. So when you know this, then you don't resist. Then you really flow with the life. You understand and accept whatever came into your life, you accept it. Big catastrophe come, Buddha will laugh. Accept it. Those who are really Buddhist, first of all, to be a Buddhist is not easy. If you are really a Buddhist, then you, whatever things happen in life, You never resist. You never swim against river. Wherever river takes you swim, huh? Flow. Yeah. This so there's a 4 misperception. That because of 4 misperception, then we unnecessarily we suffer. Unnecessarily we go through a miserable life. Unnecessarily we fight, yelling, shouting. You know, even holding one's hand like this, huh? Because you see, 4 wrong perception, taking impermanent thing as a permanent. Taking insignificant things very significant, huh? Taking really very significant things, you're taking insignificant. It's you very careful, huh? Or one that you attach so much. It's okay. I don't go there. Okay. If I go there, never ending. This insight helps you a lot in your life, you know, to correct the perception, misperception. There's nothing wrong with the other people. Absolutely, no one is responsible for one's suffering. Oneself is responsible for one's suffering, and oneself is responsible for removing one's own suffering. When you understand this, you cannot control what is happening around you. You have no control. Even Buddha has no control. Huh? What is happening around Buddha has no control. That's why samsara is samsara. Even though Buddha, there's infinite many Buddha, but samsara is samsara. Buddha can't do anything. So what is happening around you, you cannot do anything. But you have 100% how you react to it. Don't say react. React is a habitual way. How to respond to it. Then you have 100% in your hand. This is sure. Huh? If your response in things goes wrong, and first problem, then you say, this is the problem. Then you react in a negative way. For example, car is you drive your car. The wheel got punctured. Then you say, I have a problem. I have a problem. Actually, this is not your problem. This is car's problem. It's not your problem. But you immediately say, I have a problem. This is our habitual reaction. Then you have a heart attack. I have a problem. No, this is car's problem. When you react in a negative way, it's you make a wrong turn, then this is really your problem. Now start your problem. You see, so we, but there's a man like this in life. You relax and really closely look when you suffer, when you have a problem, when you have a difficulty. You, to be smart, you really closely look where this coming from. Why I'm in restless? Why I'm intense and stress? All this, you see, it's really your response. So this, in this way, even the teaching of the cause and the result, the karma, we all are bound by this cause and result. Law of universal. But when we rely on the Buddhist teaching, you are able to see the reality of the life. When you see the reality of the life, then slowly, slowly, you know that you suffer because of condition. As long as, no matter what kind of lifestyle you have, as long as you remain as a conditioning, governed by cause and result, and you are bound. As long as you live under the condition, you have no freedom. Because you have to act according. You are influenced by condition. Here, so the total freedom is become conditionless, raised above. Raised above the thoughts and emotion. Don't identify yourself with the thoughts and emotion. So then, that is the total freedom. So this, by first knowing the cause and condition precisely, bring yourself closer to the reality of the life. Then slowly you will say, oh, you wake up, then you hit your head, you say, how stupid I have been up to now. Unnecessarily I fighting, yelling. I've been like an innocent child, This is the result of understanding the Dharma. Okay, right
All
here.
right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Okay, I will finish here. Huh? We do the dedication. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Rinpoche.